Okay, for the last question of chapter 4 part 2, we again have a quadratic graph. Y equals to x plus 2, this time 6 multiplied by 6 minus x. So quickly check that when you multiply the x terms together, we will obtain a negative x squared term. Since the coefficient of x squared is negative, we are going to get a parabola opening downwards as shown in the graph shown. Okay, so it cuts the x-axis at a and b. This means that y equals to 0. And it cuts the y-axis at c, telling us that this is when x equals to 0. And then we also have another line, x equals to 4. This is a vertical line over here, cutting the graph at point D. So in order to find the coordinates of a and b, we see that we must set y to be equal to 0. So simply for part A, we let x plus 2, 6 minus x equals to 0. That results in x equals to negative 2 or x equals to 6. So point A being on the left, we will have x equals to negative 2, 0, and B, we have 6, 0. So that's for part A. Now part B, part C, we now need to find the coordinates of point C. So we said earlier on that we have the x to be equal to 0. So substitute this inside. We get y equals to 0 plus 2, 6 minus 0, resulting in 12. So for C, we have 0, 12. Okay, so this is 12. This over here is negative 2. And this is 6. Now the maximum point. For all these turning points, we are going to use the symmetrical properties of parabolas. So the x-coordinate of the maximum point is actually half of negative 2 and 6. So 6 minus 2 divided by 2, we get 2. Substitute this into the equation. We have y equals to 2 plus 2 times 6 minus 2 to obtain 4 times 4, which is 16. So the coordinates for the maximum point will be 2, 16. And finally, for point D, we just need to substitute x equals to 4 inside here to get the coordinates for y.